Hey everyone, today we are going to talk about solo leveling. This is the movie snorter. You can find all movies, series, anime recaps, and reviews over here. So let's dive into the world of solo leveling. A bit about the anime. It's an adaptation of a South Korean web novel, and the series has gained widespread recognition in the anime and manga communities for its engaging story, stunning artwork, and intense action sequences. Solo leveling is set in South Korea and in a modern reality where gates to mysterious dungeons begin to open across the globe. These gates allow humans to encounter monsters, beasts, and supernatural entities, making it a world where the ordinary coexist with the extraordinary. To survive, these dungeons creatures and threats certain humans known as hunters. These possess special abilities, and these hunters can be ranked based on their strength, and they venture into the dungeons to fight the monster that emerge. However, not all the hunters are equal. The hunters are divided into ranks ranging from E rank to S rank. E being the weakest, S being the strongest, and some exceptions are called as national level hunters that are slightly more powerful than the S rank hunters. Now, at the beginning of the story, the main character Sungjinwoo is introduced as the low ranking E class hunter and is often referred to as the weakest hunter of all mankind. Someone who has to face dangerous dungeons despite his lack of ability. He has little to no combat prowess and is often looked down upon the hunters, making his journey one of self-improvement and resilience. The protagonist Sung Jin-woo, his low rank and lack of combat ability often placed him in the life-threatening situations, but he cannot run away from those responsibilities of his family, as his mother is in a never-ending coma called eternal slumber, which is caused by mana that is everywhere, and she's one of the few whom are sensitive to it. Also, his sister's education and his father's disappearance has left him no choice but to make a living as a hunter. Now let's talk about the dungeons. The dungeons in solo leveling are a gateway to another dimension filled with a variety of powerful monsters. When these gates open, humans must enter to clear the dungeons, otherwise there would be a phenomenon called dungeon break, in which the magic beasts would come out of the gates and wreak havoc in the world. Now these dungeons are categorized again by the ranks of difficulty, with E-class dungeons being relatively safer and lower rank hunters tasked with clearing them. However, as the ranking rise, so do the dangers within. S-class dungeons are filled with some of the most terrifying creatures imaginable, and only the most powerful hunters stand a chance at surviving them. There is another concept that gets introduced: reawakening. Early in the story, Jinwoo faces an event that changes everything for him. This event triggers what is known as the reawakening, a supernatural event that allows Jinwoo to gain the ability to level up and increase his power. However, unlike other hunters, Jinwoo does not gain a visible increase in his strength immediately. Instead, he is granted the ability to level up as if he were in a role-playing game, allowing him to train, gain experience, and enhance his stats over time. This system essentially transformed Jinwoo from being the weakest into one of the most formidable hunters. And what's unique about this is the fact that no one has the ability which positions Jinwoo as a special figure who defies the established rules of the world. His growth is both empowering and isolating. He can't explain his newfound powers to anyone, and as he becomes stronger, he begins to face new challenges, both in terms of enemies and in the weight of the responsibilities his power brings. The core theme of solo leveling is personal growth. It's a story about a person who starts at the bottom, weak and unnoticed, and gradually climbs to become someone of great power. This underdog journey is relatable to many and appeals to a sense of hope and perseverance. The anime taps into the idea that anyone, no matter how small, insignificant they may feel, can improve and become something extraordinary through hard work, determination, and the will to survive.